Bill Gates is the world's second richest person. His net worth is more than $93 billion. If Gates gave every single person in the world $10, he'd still have more than $20 billion left. The charitable foundation that Gates and his wife Melinda started, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, is the world's largest private charitable foundation. It holds more than $50 billion in assets and has donated $40 billion to various global education and health initiatives over the years. In 2010, Bill and Melinda Gates teamed up with Warren Buffett to create the Giving Pledge. Those who join commit to donating half of their wealth to charity. Although Gates is definitely dedicated to philanthropy, he isn't shy about spending his money on the things he loves, like luxury vehicles. For his first car, Gates purchased a Porsche 911. It was his first big splurge with his money from Microsoft, and not a surprising choice considering Gates' love of speeding through the deserts of New Mexico, where Microsoft was based at the time. During the early days of Microsoft in the 70s, Gates was known for amassing speeding tickets. He said speeding through the desert helped to clear his head and was even arrested once, resulting in this now infamous mugshot. Gates has collected a number of luxury cars over the years, including a Ferrari 348 and a Jaguar XJ6. His love of luxury vehicles extends beyond cars. In 1997, he purchased a $21 million jet. More recently, Gates chartered a yacht for $5 million a week for a family vacation in the Mediterranean. Even more impressive, however, is Gates' real estate portfolio. Through his personal investment firm, Cascade, Gates owns nearly half of the Four Seasons Holdings hotel chain. He also has partial ownership of the Charles Hotel in Cambridge, Massachusetts. In 2009, Gates bought a $9 million ranch in Wyoming that once belonged to Buffalo Bill. And in 2013, he purchased a 4.5-acre ranch in South Florida for $8.7 million. 3 years later, he made headlines for purchasing 3 of the neighboring properties for a cool $18 million. Gates spent another $18 million on Jenny Craig's Southern California horse ranch. Gates famously dedicated 7 years and $63 million to build a massive high-tech estate in Medina, Washington, which is also home to Jeff Bezos. He named his estate Xanadu 2.0 after the home of Charles Foster Kane and Citizen Kane. Xanadu 2.0 is estimated to be worth around $131 million today. It's home to $80,000 worth of computer screens hanging around the house that have the ability to display your favorite painting or photograph. Real paintings are also on display, like the Winslow Homer painting Gates purchased for $36 million. There are 6 kitchens, 7 bedrooms, 18.75 bathrooms, and even a 2,300 square foot reception hall for hosting large-scale events. The house is extremely high-tech, outfitted with a sensor system that tailors to every guest's temperature and lighting preferences via a pin that every guest receives. And thanks to speakers hidden behind wallpaper, music accompanies you into whatever room you enter. In the estate's library, you can find a Leonardo da Vinci manuscript that Gates paid $30 million for in 1994. And of course, Gates' beloved luxury car collection is kept inside a custom-built garage that can fit up to 23 cars. However, not all of Gates' treasures are stored inside the estate. A separate 3,900 square foot building houses a 60-foot pool that features an underwater music system. Meanwhile, Gates' favorite tree, a 40-year-old maple by the driveway, is under surveillance 24/7 and is automatically pumped with water if it becomes too dry. For his lakeshore, Gates imports sand all the way from St. Lucia every year. Not all of Gates' purchases are this extravagant, though. He wears a $10 wristwatch because he doesn't believe in spending a lot of money on what he wears, and reportedly has a taste for McDonald's and Diet Coke. Gates shared that he usually drinks anywhere from 3 to 4 cans of Diet Coke a day. Gates' frugality also extends to his children. Each of his 3 children will receive $10 million, which means they're each getting less than 1.1% of their father's total fortune. Gates has said that he wants his children to succeed on their own. In the end, the majority of Bill Gates' massive wealth will go to charity. When asked about his top goals during a Reddit Q&A, Gates explained that he is focused on working with his foundation to reduce childhood death and malnutrition, as well as to end polio.